Hi all. Hello, so it's Tuesday, it's 2 o'clock, must be tips at 2. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this one today. This is a new idea for me really. So I'm trying to concentrate on, well, A, Vikings, I don't know why, just fancied the idea, and B, butterflies. Lots of people are always asking about butterflies. So I thought today I would somehow combine the two and see what I came up with. And I had great fun doing lots of research. I've got various books from, well, all around the world really, but certainly sort of Scandinavia. And also I was looking online and looked up Vikings and Valhalla and goodness knows what, all that kind of stuff. So I've had lots of fun doing some research and also doing lots of sketches, which is what I usually do. So I'm going to show you just a few little sketches that I did, which I always do when I think, what shall I do? So it's, as I say, butterfly, so I was trying to get the whole angles of the butterfly. There's lots of things in Vikings, you know, it's a very broad subject. So let me show you a few. These are pencil sketches. Lots of sort of diagonal stuff going on there. Then I did one with more of the kind of Celtic twirly stuff with a couple of dragons in the middle. So that was a bit of fun. Something I'll probably do one day. And then I took this one a bit further with the kind of geometric shapes and a sort of symbol in here, following a bit more on, you know, the Viking symbols and things. And then I found out about these gorgeous ravens, which were quite a strong symbol, particularly in war, I gather. And actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing this bit. I'm going to do this kind of symbol, I think, in the centre. So instead of antenna, that's what I'm going to do. This is another symbol I found, which I had fun painting. So yeah, ravens. Thought that would be fun. So that's what I'm going to have a go at today. All right, Jade, do you want to come and have a sit down here? And she's done some amazing stuff with her hair and everything. We've tried to make her look, well, she's tried to make her look a bit more like a Viking. She's got the eyes for it. Jade has been modelling for me since she was about 3, I think, probably.
Since I was little.
Yes. So, let's go with the ravens. So ravens apparently in the Viking time were symbols of struggle and also victory. So they often appear on shields as well. So it's quite fun. So let's go. I'm using my own brushes today. In case people don't know, I'm Juliet Eve from Facade Academy, and I also run the Fam Club. So I've got this new set of brushes that I'm bringing out. And I shall be using exclusively them today, just to show them how wonderful they are, really. Of course. Now, she's already put some makeup on. I wanted a kind of smoky look. I could have done it myself, but I thought to save a bit of time. So I'm going to stick to the line work, and we're going to start with the ravens. So if there's any other questions, please let me know. Are we straight enough? Yes.
I've got a comment. You love the ravens.
Right. Let's go. So when I do a butterfly, my aim always is to go for roughly a kind of 45-degree angle from the corner of the eye, and always try and make it curved, which is why these ravens will, I think, work really well. So I'm going to take a lovely curve sort of coming up like that to there, and then his beak and his body will come through here, and then I'm going to put his claws underneath. And to make it a bit kind of more strange, I'm going to put a kind of crisscross of his tail through the centre on the bridge of the nose. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Now, if you ever do want to make things symmetrical, which I avoid at all costs, then it's a good idea to plot. So I've got to look straight ahead and put my fingers in and make a couple of dots. So the beak is going to end up about there and about there. I'm very lucky with Jade because she's got plenty of space. We like a canvas. So, and now I'm going to do this kind of lovely slope into the corner here. Well, probably I'm going to bring it central actually because crisscrossing. So, and as people often say to you, if you start on your worst side, you can always match it up. I'm going to start with a thin line because I can always thicken it. And, you know, if it's a thin line, you can move it up or down, whichever you like. I could use the dagger, but do you know what? I'm just going to use my number 4. This is my Desert Island number 4. We're going to cross over around about here. So I'm going to make a nice slope. So that's his beak ahead. And then a slope like that. Something like that anyway. And then the other side, again a beak ahead and down. So those are my guidelines for starters. You know, this one's a bit wonky, that one's a bit too straight, and the point is that you can work from that point. I want his beak quite sharp, so I might have to take it further into the hairline. That's okay. And then we're going to take his body under here. I don't want it to be too fat, so I'll take it round like that. And keep it closed. So that's roughly where his body is going to go. Give me a starting point. And then we'll do, so that, I'm trying to line up to get the same, to get it kind of symmetrical if I can. So it's coming through the eyebrow about that point. So we do the beak. And then a nice curve. Approximately like that. So got a couple of ravens there roughly. And I thought I would just kind of exaggerate these crosses. That one will come across there. And that. So it sort of makes it, not sure what it makes, but anyway. Okay, so now we have a kind of, so this shape I'm doing now is a kind of hint at sort of Celtic shape. So that goes in. Now I'm going to take another line coming out to there. Okay. So a swirl like that. And another one to there. One is slightly higher than the other, but again, we're not going to worry about that too much. Okay. So what I can do is, let's make this slightly thicker. Take that there. So you can actually move the crossover by making it thick on the top of that one and the underside of that one, for instance. I'm going to put his eyes in now. And when you're doing the eye and drawing them in, make them bigger, because again, you can always make them smaller, and if you don't, you'll lose them otherwise. And the other side. Just filling in above and below. To me, you know, as I said, I love doing butterflies, and this is kind of makes it a, you know, a weird butterfly. You know, you can turn anything you like into a butterfly. Right, let's carry on with this one. So I'm kind of opening up the beak. This brush is the, as I said, the number 4 of my desert island, and it is so fine that it's like working with a number 2 if you want. So you can do super fine lines. I'm just using a DFX black. When you're doing line work, always make sure that your brush is loaded with a very kind of inky black. Now let's again do a bit more of the flicky feathers around his body. I thought I might give him a kind of chin feathers. Jade's so used to me turning and twisting her head. It's just perfect model. Right. And now we're going to do the bits on the inside. So let's, actually I'll make that a little bit thicker. And then on the inside, so it's almost becomes a kind of, what's the word, almost tribal-esque. How are we doing? There we go. And I'm going to add kind of feathery bits on the inside of this just to keep the, soften those lines off a bit. They look a bit harsh and unreal, unbird-like even. I want that a bit thicker as well. I just put a tiny line through the centre of the eye, because that's all I can find space for. And then what I thought I'd do below is just add his claws. Yeah, so I'm going to have his claws here. Or at least a hint of claws. You can see how this number 4, it's so fine at the very end. That's quite fun, isn't it? So it's still got kind of essence of butterfly. It's within the butterfly shape area, roughly. Let's just take those eyes up a bit, just because I can. Accentuate it a bit. And then I think we'll just finish off with the sort of runes or symbols, whatever they are. Now I could just carry on with this brush, or I could use my liner, but do you know what? This has got such a good point. I trust it so much. Let's have a go. So the top we have a when you're doing a circle, it's a good idea to give yourself even a tiny one like this. I've put 2 little dots in, and so I can at least use that as to get the right width. So if you just do it freehand, it tends to go a bit wonky. So let's do, there we go. Just little symbols that I've seen. There we go. Now I want to do her lips, but I don't want to do them kind of red, obviously. I don't want to do them just black. I might actually do I don't want metallic, so I'm going to do a brownie colour, I think. A dark brown. So when you're doing lips, tip of the brush into the corner in line with the lip, push down and pull. Other side. And then you can fill in. A bit wonky. Let's get them outside. Now, as I say, the thing is about Vikings that you know, you can do what you like. I just recommend you do you know, quite a bit of research, see what you can see. Yes, that goes with the eyes a bit, doesn't it? I think. And I just might. Oh, shall I do a bit of white on the lip? Just there.
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? I think so as well. Just going to get a dagger because it's clean and I can make some nice lines. And when you're working on the bottom lip to make a shape, because you've got this gap here, it's very difficult to make it straight. So always get them to kind of curl it. Actually, tell you what, that isn't. Let me just shape that a bit better. I can see the problem there. Just relax. That's better. Oh. So, well,
These are edible, right?
of course, very tasty, isn't it? Right, let's get this dagger. Right, so we'll start with that one, that's it. So as I say, get them to curl their lip in. If they can't, don't do it. There we go.
Okay, cool. That works.
I think it does, doesn't it? And you could add white elsewhere. I've managed to make that wonky. with a dagger you can actually kind of print as well, which we just press on the edge.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah. I think they look a bit like claws, don't they?
I really like it. I'm quite in love with this design, Juliet. I've worn many of your designs over time, and this I'm thinking, can I go to school wearing this?
Yeah, good. And we're going to take some photos, add a few more props and things. Do you see her necklace here? You can, can't you? You can see it. That's mine. Yeah, great.
Yeah. This and this made this pop.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? I just love making up a new design, just getting some images and mixing them all up and seeing what works. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you want to learn any more, come and join the fan club. If you can actually just, if you subscribe to the Facade Academy newsletter, then you'll get all the links and everything, and you'll find out all the other classes that I'm doing. And yes, I've also got my new brushes out, so my Juliet Eve brushes, the Juliet Eve collection, which it's taken me many years to curate, but I hope you'll like them. Okay, well, I'll see you all when I see you next. I do this usually every month. Thanks very much, and bye for now.